capital of America. And at the center of this 60-mile stretch of golf heaven is Pine Lakes International. First golf course in Myrtle Beach, and one of 3 courses we'll be featuring on this episode of The Traveling Golfer, along with Grand Dunes and Wild Wing. We're standing in the middle of the garden dedicated to the Myrtle Beach Golf Hall of Fame, the pioneers who saw this area and realized that it could be America's golf playground. All of this evolved from the start here at Pine Lakes International and grew to more than 100 golf courses. We'll bring you a look at this central region, all the great golf and all of the action on The Traveling Golfer.
This lager comes from a place that's been brewing beer for longer than anyone else in America, where men and women have crafted amber gold in the caves below since before refrigeration. It comes from Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, and brings with it all the know-how that doing the thing well for nearly 200 years affords. Yuengling Traditional Lager. Respect. It's earned.
Pine Lakes International, the most history-steeped golf course in Myrtle Beach. And we've got Jonathan Brock, head golf professional, with us, and resident historian. Or at least that's what we're going to make you for
Glad
this.
to be with you today, Tom.
For this particular show, Jonathan. I have a revered feeling whenever I walk on the property at Pine Lakes.
A lot of traditions, a lot of history here. From the first president of the PGA, Robert White, was actually the designer of the golf course.
There was another historic event that took place right here on property.
The founding fathers of Sports Illustrated met for a golf outing, and during their round, they met for lunch, and they sat down, and that's where the concept of the magazine Sports Illustrated came from.
The garden of plaques that sort of pays homage to all of the people in the Myrtle Beach area. One and only Jimmy D'Angelo, first golf professional at the Dunes Club up the street, which was the second golf course in Myrtle Beach. A Philadelphia native who came down to Myrtle Beach and became what they knew as the godfather of golf in Myrtle Beach.
Sure.
And I take a moment to tip my cap to all the people here every single time I come back. People in the sports and golf world started coming to Myrtle Beach year after year, and it's a design that is held up over the century with a little bit of help from a major renovation recently.
That is correct. We did close back in 2006 for 3 years. Tried to keep a lot of the history and a lot of the holes the same. We switched over our greens to a Seajor Paspalum, which is a very bright green, vibrant grass, which just adds to the history and the aura here at Pine Lakes.
The granddaddy of all the golf courses in Myrtle Beach, Pine Lakes International, and we're with the official ambassador, Meredith Kirk, LPGA teaching professional, top 100 instructor in America.
It's a beautiful day here at Pine Lakes Country Club, and I'm looking forward to playing a few holes out here today.
I always look forward to playing this golf course. I think it's one of the more playable courses, one of the more fun golf courses, and I always tell people, especially if they're coming out of winter hibernation, this is the first course you want to play. Close, you're not going to be looking for golf balls, a great place to get the golf trip started.
Oh, absolutely. And the great thing about Pine Lakes is you're right near the airport. You're in the heart of Myrtle Beach. It's a little bit shorter. You actually can walk this course, and it's player friendly. Everybody needs to experience Pine Lakes. It is truly a great course.
The distances from green to tee are almost nothing. You walk off a green right to the next tee. So many great opportunities to sort of just get into the flow of a round of golf. We don't have that a lot of times on other golf courses, modern ones where you're driving all over the place.
Absolutely. And this, it's old school.
I think it might have the best set of par threes of just about any course in the entire Myrtle Beach area.
Everyone is unique, and they're actually very challenging, the par threes out here.
11 might be the most famous par three on the golf course, or at least the one that people remember, a lot of water. But number 2 has some water involved, and you walk away and say, Wow, I really had a chance to make a number, but if I make a mistake, oops.
Exactly.
I'm going to try and avoid the oops factor today.
Right.
We'll give this one a try?
Let's give it a try.
As always, good swing.
Introducing the all-new Exotics EX9 adjustable driver. The EX9's full-speed impact design delivers forgiving, high-flying drives. The full-speed impact design is highlighted by a new aerodynamic sloped crown, which reduces drag and generates faster club head speed for maximum distance. The EX9 driver encompasses an adjustable heel weight for draw enhancement, helping golfers find the fairway. The standard 6-gram weight screw is housed in an 8-gram weight pad for 14 grams of sole weighting. Experience the ultimate combination of exceptional control and explosive distance with the Exotics EX9 adjustable driver. Visit touredge.com to find a dealer near you.
Well, having a place to practice in Myrtle Beach is not a bad idea. And there's really not a better place than right here at Grand Dunes. We've got Dustin Powers, who is the head golf professional here at Grand Dunes. This, of course, is the short game facility, which is relatively new to the golf scene. Last 20 years or so. Before that, a lot of places didn't have them. Still, a lot of places don't have a short game facility. This is an excellent one.
It is, and I mean, this is where the money's made. So you got to be able to have a place to hone your skills and really fine-tune that short game.
Yeah. And of course, it's so convenient. The clubhouse right next to it, the putting green right next to that,
Driving range.
a huge driving range right next to that. So you can sort of come here and go right around the horn.
The whole game right here. We've got annual range passes, monthly, quarterly, daily. So you see a lot of people just come here and take advantage of what we have just for a practice facility standpoint. Everything you find here, from the driving range, putting green, short game area, mirrors exactly what you find on the golf course, from large greens, undulation, and the speed of the greens. You will have no difficulty adjusting once you get out on the golf course.
And of course, there's pretty large fairways on this golf course too. That makes it nice for the visitors.
It is. It's very forgiving. It can be tough, but it's also fun and playable. It's enjoyable. A lot of large landing areas. The greens are big, which make them easier to hit, but hope you spent some time on the putting green. They're quick and very undulated, so make sure you work on your putting.
Not a lot of trees on the golf course. Would you say it has a bit of a links feel?
I would. There are some trees out there, but it's very few tree-lined fairways, very few shots where trees come into effect, so I think it has an absolutely links feel to it.
And although it's not on the ocean, it is on the intercoastal, so those particular holes, wind is going to be a factor.
Wind is always a factor. It blows pretty good around here. One of the tips we give people coming out that haven't played before, the tees that you think you might play, you can add 200 or 300 yards onto that for the wind factor.
We're on the back patio at the Grand Dunes Clubhouse with Steve Mays. He is the Director of Marketing for the Founders Group, and it is relaxing here, you know?
It is a great spot out here. Got a little golf course behind us.
Built by Roger Rulewich, who worked for many, many years for Robert Trent Jones. And this might be his greatest or one of two greatest that he ever did.
It is a fantastic golf course. He really used the land here well. I mean, he has 5 holes located on the Intracoastal Waterway and really created memorable, spectacular holes.
Of course, the towers that overlook the Intracoastal, the marina itself.
Some spectacular boats that are parked there, so it's fun just to see the boats that are out there.
The course itself is challenging, but it gives enough options and tee locations for people so that they can all play the golf course, I think, without getting beat up.
Without question, that's one of the unique attributes of this golf course. It's a big golf course, so there's big landing areas, there are big greens, so it is a difficult golf course, but anybody can play it.
Wild Wing Plantation opened on the 501 corridor toward Conway in 1991. At that time, 4 golf courses. Multiple owners, development, economic pressures. Now, there is still the 18-hole championship golf course, Avocet, and another 9 holes from the remaining courses. And we've got the general manager, Rick Schultz, with us. Rick, Wild Wing has survived, and survived pretty well.
Done very well, Tony.
You have that beautiful pro shop, always was one of the more attractive pro shops in the area, and you stock it very well. But the main thing is the Avocet course that remains, designed by Larry Nelson, Champions Tour,
Yes.
one of the great players, and Jeff Bowers, who worked with him, is really one of the finest courses in the Myrtle Beach area.
Well, it is. It's unique in a way, too, because in this destination and others that you see across the country, not many golf courses anymore. You're out there in just the seclusion of golf. You're not surrounded by home sites on every fairway. It's kind of like a reserve area, and the 9th hole does not turn here at the clubhouse. So once you get started here on number 1, we don't actually see anybody again until they finish their round, which
That's
is
right.
a unique links experience.
Not a lot of people know Larry Nelson's golf course designs. He didn't do that many,
Right.
but when he did this one, I thought it was a great addition to Myrtle Beach because there were so many other name architects in the area. To have him added to it was a good thing. Talk a little bit about his style of what he did here. Obviously, some moguls.
Well, you see a lot of mounding and a lot of different undulation, whether it's the tees, the greens, but a lot of severe slopes on the greens. So you could have certain pin placements on different days, and the golf course play entirely different from day to day. And that's a unique thing about the Avocet course is it plays long from whatever select tee you choose from, but also the pin locations. You can actually have a pin up front. Seems like it plays 2 clubs shorter than the next day when the pin's either in the middle or to the back of the green.
They talk about elasticity in golf courses, and what they mean is that the ability to play a totally different golf course on any given day as wind changes, as hole locations are changed.
We usually tell people that this course plays 400 yards longer than what's indicated on the card. Probably going to be looking at maybe even added in another set of tees because some of the holes actually is just a lawn carry for when you have the senior golfer come out. We're only 50 feet above sea level. As you know, the ball doesn't travel as far, so the course plays a little bit longer. So we kind of encourage people, play the yards that you're going to have the most fun at. There's a lot of signature holes out here.
A lot of signature holes.
Yes,
All
in fact,
right.
I would probably say 17 to 18 signature holes out here. But number 6 and number 17, because it's unique that they share the same green.
Double green.
It's a double green. Different hole
Across the
locations really make it into a 3 club difference depending on what hole location you're looking at. You have a great par 4 in 13.
Hole number 13, the beginning of Avocet's Amen Corner. What a beautifully secluded corner of the golf course.
I also like the hole behind that one, which is 14. And if you look at the card, it only plays 265 yards. So when you're standing on the tee box, you say, I finally get a break. I'm going to be able to at least score good on a short hole. But you know how it is when you actually have a short hole. there's going to be a trick somewhere once you get on the putting surface, and that comes in with 2 or 3 different tiered greens depending on where the hole location is. And the following hole, which is 15, is a great par 5, so you have 3 holes that we kind of like to call our amen corner, because you're kind of out here in the wilderness, you, the golf course, and the environment around.
Grand Dunes, of course, is one of the newer developments designed with the idea of accommodating people who come down maybe for a weekend, maybe for a vacation, maybe for a long vacation, maybe a season, or maybe even to live here.
We've created a spectacular lifestyle out here. They really elevated the housing area here in the Myrtle Beach community. And the moment you come across that Intracoastal Waterway Bridge, you know you've come to a different place that you haven't seen before in Myrtle Beach. So,
Marina Inn, of course, the towers that overlook the Intracoastal, the marina itself, Ruth Chris Steakhouse right there. If all of that's not convenient enough, there's a shopping center across the way with Lowe's, an upscale supermarket, so you can get everything you need right there while you're staying. It's centrally located to so many great attractions in Myrtle Beach, of course the biggest being right down the street, Broadway at the beach, which if people have never seen that, it's Myrtle Beach's little sort of rendition of Disney World almost.
and that's why you stay in Central Myrtle Beach, to have not only the great golf, but also the great nightlife and the great restaurants.
Broadway at the beach has gone through a bit of a transition. Some of the new things they put in there really will catch the people, the demographic that is coming to Myrtle Beach now.
New restaurants and new bars that are more fitting in with people that are coming on golf vacations. I think will enjoy those much more than were there previously.
Well, one of them's actually old. It's in a new location.
That's exactly right. They moved Hard Rock Cafe to a new location. They tore down the iconic pyramid, and that's going to be a new restaurant in the coming years. It's really the focal point of the restaurant and entertainment district down there, and they've really made a renovation to the entire entertainment district down there that I think golfers that come and haven't been there in a while will really enjoy.
You just go a little bit farther south on Highway 17, and it's not just a new group of shops or whatever, it's actually like a new city, Market Common.
Right, they built a spectacular place out there. It's got great shopping, great dining, great entertainment venues out there, and there's also a lot of homes that are being built out there as well, so people that come down here on vacation are staying for longer vacations, coming down more times, or moving down here into that location.
And then the one place that has a national reputation, New York Prime. Known for its service, and then, of course, that special oven that they have, they do the steaks in, 1,700 degrees.
Yeah.
Every steak is Pittsburgh style on the outside, a little bit caramelized and crispened, and then however you like it inside,
Yes.
they'll do it exactly the way. One of the more tradition-oriented places right down the street, it's been there for years, right on the beach, the Sea Captain's House.
Right, that is one of the most iconic restaurants in Myrtle Beach, and if you have not had their she crab soup, you've got to have it. It's to die for there.
Yeah, and of course they are famous for their golfers buffet breakfast every morning, and you see the people coming in, getting their omelets, and you know they're loading up for a day of action on the golf courses. So one of the new places, which actually is a little bit old, they moved across the street, again right in the middle of town, Soho. Really very eclectic, maybe a little younger crowd, but you've got everything there from sushi to American dishes, and really that's a happening place.
It is a happening place, and they just redid it, as you said, and they actually built a rooftop bar there. So now you can go half a block from the beach and sit on the rooftop at Soho, and they built a really nice place there.
Grand Dunes is one of the 22 courses that are part of the Founders Group, which has come together in the last few years. Very, very interesting. Management, ownership of all these courses in the Myrtle Beach area, and that's a good thing because you're going to have a little bit of consistency of management, which means good conditions.
Yes, that's exactly right. Founders Group consists of 22 golf courses. We have golf courses all the way up to the North Carolina-South Carolina state line, through Central Myrtle Beach, then all the way down to the south end of the beach. And Grand Dunes is one of our flagship properties, and we really take a great pride in the service that we provide our golfers, as well as the conditions that they'll see at all of our golf courses, regardless of price point.
And the easiest way to get to all those courses, put a package together?
Well, also part of Founders Group, we also have MyrtleBeachGolfTrips.com, and we package all of the golf courses within Myrtle Beach area, not just our golf courses, but every golf course.
And they've got experts on the line that'll keep you from, you hear some people, they come down, they don't know the area that well. They say, well, I really want to play this one, and I want to play that, and they wind up spending all their time driving. They'll centralize things, and of course, that's really the key. You have another course you want to play? That's your next trip. You're going to come back to Myrtle Beach. I've been doing it every year for 25 years, 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times a year.
Yes.
So it really is the right way to do that. And with those experts on board, they'll answer all your questions ahead of time, take all the work out of it.
It makes it really easy. We have 12 sales agents and golf directors that down there will work with us at Myrtle Beach Golf Trips, and they're all golfers and they're all experts in the area. So for all your Myrtle Beach Golf Trips needs, go to MyrtleBeachGolfTrips.com.
Another beautiful end to the day along the Intracoastal Waterway in Myrtle Beach, and the end of another Traveling Golfer episode. This one from the central portion of Myrtle Beach. Hard to believe. All the great golf, all the great restaurants and entertainment, all the action is so close, just really across the highway from this very tranquil scene. I want to say a special thanks to our hosts from the Marina Inn, Grand Dunes, Pine Lakes International, and Wild Wing. We hope you all come to see them. Enjoy all we've talked about on this latest episode of The Traveling Golfer.
Tony Leodora's Golf Wardrobe, courtesy of Antigua, the leader in modern golf apparel. Tour Edge is the official equipment sponsor of The Traveling Golfer.